I think it's been pretty wild, to be fair. We had a lot of success and we've also had a lot of defeats, but I think overall it's been an amazing experience to be in such a professional environment. It feels great. I think everyone in this organization is a key player to make the success happen. The W League has grown so much, and I feel like Tormenta has been a great part of that. And to be considered a champion of this league, it's amazing. I think it was an amazing experience. I think, we didn't get the results that we wanted at the end of the season, but we learned a lot, and I feel like it helped to shape this team this year. So I feel like it was great, and I feel like Jim has a lot of confidence not only in me but our teammates, and he made the right choices. Um, I never think that's an easy decision. Going from D2 to D1 is a huge transition, but luckily I had some of my Tormenta teammates that also played for Southern that helped me adjust to that pretty quickly. Coach Chris definitely helped me as well. Jim, Rev, all of them were on my side, encouraging me to be the best that I could. Regardless if I played 90 minutes, if I played five, they were there for me and they backed me completely. So for me, it was an easy transition, and I enjoyed my experience for sure. I think the passing of Carter Payton for sure. After that happened, our team came together completely, both organizations on the men and women's side. And after that, we knew that we just wanted to play and be the best that we could for him. We just had a talk recently about not staying stuck. And I think he definitely was there for us in every one of those matches that we played up until the championship. I definitely carry the last few minutes of that championship game. We had to really fight to win that match. And after the PK was called, at that point, we were kind of nervous about how that may end up, but we stayed strong and we fought to the end. And I feel like that moment really secured our season, obviously, because it won us a championship, just fighting until that last final whistle. One thing that I would pass down is that confidence is key. I feel like everyone talks about how this is a male dominant sport, and it may be, but for us women, it's going to continue to grow. And that every time we step out on the pitch, we have to be confident in everything that we do, from the way we speak and communicate to each other to how we, our first touch on the ball. So I feel like the biggest thing is go out there and know that we're going to dominate, know that you're going to dominate, and be confident in yourself.
Yeah, so the last 3 years with the club has been very interesting. It's been quite the roller coaster ride. So the first year I kind of asked for a better year as a pro at Tormenta. Everything kind of went perfect. We ended with a championship. I had a great year, didn't miss any games. Then last year I truly struggled as a professional and just was really down on myself and had a lot of injuries. And so the player development definitely came more off the field for me in the past year. And so this year I'm hoping to put those two seasons together and have the best year of my career in Tormenta history. So I'm hoping that the lessons I've learned last year about my body I can implement into this season. And right now I'm currently facing my first big challenge of that with a new strained hamstring. So hopefully I can implement last year's lessons and kind of bounce back from that faster than last year. So I wasn't really thinking about any return to South Georgia at all. And when I was first looking for teams in the off season, I had a few conversations with other clubs, and nothing was really sitting right with me. I wasn't really happy in my conversations with ownership and other coaches. And Ian randomly hit me up beginning December. And as soon as he called, it just seemed like the perfect fit, and it seemed like the right thing for me to come back after being disappointed in the last season. Like I said, that's not how I wanted to leave the fans. That's not how I wanted to leave the ownership group or Ian. And so the fact that I have one more year to prove why he brought me here in the first place, that's a big reason why I wanted to come back. And he also expressed that. I'd say I have taken kind of a lot of different leadership skills I've seen from previous captains I've had, coaches I've had, and I've tried to implement that in my own game. And so to be named a vice captain alongside Connor Doyle has been a top professional. It was definitely a high honor, and I'm hoping that I can live up to it and we can do something special with this team as one of the leaders. So actually, there's two big moments that I'd go back to, but they weren't just specific moments. They were stretches of games. And the first one I'd say is we lost our first game of the year and came back and ended up going on a 6-game unbeaten streak with 6 shutouts in a row. The first team to score on us after that was an MLS team, Inter Miami. So the fact that we could see that the team kind of had that tenacity and just that fight in them to get the shutout and earn the point no matter what was needed to be done, that showed that we were going to do something special. The second one I'd say is towards the end of the year. We weren't in a playoff position yet, and we didn't really solidify our spot in playoffs. So we went on a 10-game unbeaten run, and that led into playoffs. But there's one game in that one that was stands out to me. We went away to Omaha, and Owen Green got a red card in the 20-something minute, and they scored on that play. So we went down a man, down a guy, ended up coming back, leaving there with a point, and we celebrated in that locker room like it was a win. That kept our season alive. So this question's a little more difficult because that 2022 season we lost a player in our organization, Carter Payne, and so I think a lot of us took that with us, and we got to see the true beauty of life and just how quick it can be taken from us. And this kid wanted to wear the Tormenta colors one day as a pro player, and so knowing that he could have potentially been a teammate then following year or even this year, it's almost playing for something greater than yourself every time you step on the field. I know Nick Okoto wears something for Carter just about every single game. In case he scores, he lifts up his shirt to show Carter Payne. And obviously you never want to lose a life to have anything like that to bring everybody together, but that brought everybody in the organization together, and I will continue to play for him and play for his name for as long as I continue my career, and I'll live my life to the fullest, knowing how quick it can be taken away. If I could pass on anything, it would just be to enjoy the moment. Enjoy where you are. Some people might not be happy with where they are. Some people might be living their best story right now, their best version of themselves. But it can all be gone in a moment. So just enjoy where you are and enjoy the process, because it's a long one. And as professional athletes, you never know what's next. So just enjoy where you're at. And that goes for all athletes around.